Hey friends, Sleepy here, and welcome to another episode of my weekly playlist series. It's Friday, which means it's time for me to share with you guys the games I've been playing during the week, give you guys my opinions and thoughts on the games, whether I think you guys should check them out or not. Of course, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the games I'm playing, what you thought of them. I'd like to hear about the games you guys are playing as well, as that gives me ideas of new games to check out. And if you guys have any suggestions on a game you think I should check out, let me know, as you guys always do suggest really fun titles. This week I've only got one game to share with you guys, and it's one that I have played the last couple of weeks, but I've actually completed it twice now, and that is Beyond a Steel Sky for Xbox One. You can play this on the Xbox Series console. It was also released on PS4, PS5, the PC, Nintendo Switch. It's even on Android and Apple phones, so you can play it on your phone, as that's what it actually had come out on first, and then they released it onto consoles later on. Really cool game. So you play Robert Forster. A child's been abducted in a brutal attack. You have vowed to bring him home. The trail has led you to Union City, one of the last remaining megacities in a world ravaged by shattering wars and political meltdown. From Charles Cecil, creator of Broken Sword series, with art direction by Dave Gibbons, a legendary comic book artist behind Watchmen, comes Beyond a Steel Sky, the long-awaited sequel to the cult classic Beneath a Steel Sky, which is a point-and-click adventure from 1994, which is a really cool game that I would actually like to play at some point. It would be interesting to play that old point-and-click game. So, like we have been doing previously, I'll insert a gameplay clip going over why I enjoy this game and why I think you guys should check it out. Alright friends, we're taking our final look at Beyond a Steel Sky. I absolutely had a blast playing through this game. I actually was able to beat it twice this week. I beat it the first time on Saturday, and then I started replaying it again on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I was able to beat it for the second time. So the first time when I went through and beat the game, it took me a little over 11 hours, but that's for me like being able to discover and figure out all the puzzles and stuff on my own. The second time I was able to beat it a lot quicker because I knew all the solutions to solving the puzzles and stuff. I also had a little tiny guide that I was following for getting some of the collectible posters in the game. So I'll show you guys something from one of my earlier saves. So in this game you play a guy called Robert Forster, and you live out in the Gap, which is like a big desert area, and one of your friends' kids named Milo gets kidnapped, and you track him all the way here to Union City, which is what you helped build in the first game, because Beyond a Steel Sky is actually a sequel to the old 1994 Beneath a Steel Sky game, which was a point-and-click adventure game. And this is a third-person adventure game and a sequel to that game. So you get to play as Robert Forster again, which is really cool. Really love the graphics because it is cel-shaded graphics to make it kind of like comic book graphics. And what's really cool is if you've never played the first game, you don't have to worry about that, because the beginning of the game has a comic book intro, and it goes over a little bit of what happened in the first game and what happens to here to get you into the beginning of the game and get you up to speed.
Welcome, Citizen Graham. Outdated U-chip firmware detected. Firmware must be updated to use Union City facilities.
I was about to return to give Ember a piece of my mind when...
Transporting you to the nearest safety services.
Also has really good load time, so there's not like long minutes of loading anything. So I do like that. Now you guys will get to see what the big city looks like, because it looks pretty amazing. You guys heard it has really fantastic music too. It's got great voice actors. The voice actors fit the characters' looks and appearances. You know, just they did a really good job with this game. You can get it on the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4. They work on Xbox Series console, PlayStation 5. It's also on PC, the Switch. It's even on mobile phones, as it was originally made for the phone, and then they ported them to the consoles.
The stalkers had come into the city, but looking around, that didn't make any sense. This place was a paradise compared to the Union City I'd left all those years ago. Joey had certainly turned the place around. I had to find the stalkers, and whoever he was, Graham was my only lead. I just had to sort out my U-chip problems first.
So this is a completely story-focused game. There is no like action and combat or fighting, anything like that. So
Union City,
if you're not into, you know, story-based games, you might not find this one as enjoyable. But if you're like me and you really do enjoy story games, then you'll feel right at home with this game. And it's really fun because there are some very unique puzzles and stuff that you have to solve as Foster Grant. So I highly recommend play this game without any kind of guide or anything, at least the first time you play through, and just experience the game and the story on your own, because it's just much more enjoyable that way. And it is a cyberpunk adventure title.
Hooray! Another customer. Please scan your U-chip to place an order.
The droid had been designed to deliver service with a smile.
And it's important to listen to what Foster says about stuff. He'll make observations when you examine things, and at times he'll give you clues on how to solve something. You can also talk to characters.
Greetings, citizen. Have you come for another extra large fluoride orange spankles with extra foam?
I don't know if that's my sort of thing.
Incorrect. According to your order history, it is your new favorite beverage.
My order history?
Indeed, Citizen Graham. You love it.
So you can see you have different topics that you can ask him about.
What do you do here?
My name is Barry, and it is my pleasure to serve fresh, crisp, premium spankles to the wonderful people of Union City.
Do you prepare the spankles to order?
No, sir. That would be unforgivably inefficient. I merely have to collect the flavor from the dispensary and voila!
Any chance of a coffee?
Spankles?
No, a coffee. Cup of joe.
Toffee-flavored spankles?
No, coffee. Coffee-flavored, caffeinated coffee. Coffee.
I have no idea what you're saying right now. However, all ranges of spankles include 250% of your recommended caffeine intake.
What do you know about the council?
The democratically elected body of Union City government, as introduced by Joey. His final gift to Union City was to transfer leadership to those most deserving.
And so sometimes you can click on a topic more than once because the characters may have more information to talk about.
Can you tell me more about the council?
I'd recommend speaking to either a reader terminal or taking a visit to the Museum of New History.
So if you click on a topic more than once, sometimes the character will give you more information they know. If you exhaust it all, sometimes it'll disappear and you can't ask them anymore. And other times you'll click on it, it'll just repeat what they told you for the first time.
Keep a smile on your face.
So all kinds of different characters that you can interact with, objects you can interact with, and then you will be able to solve different puzzles and stuff.
Union City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day.
And you'll get different tools and stuff that you can use to solve your tech problems and your issues.
I'd never tell him, but Joey's statue looked magnificent.
And that's what Joey looked like at the end of the first game in his new body. Just a really fun adventure game that I had a blast playing with, and I loved it so much that I wanted to beat it a second time, as I really did enjoy the story. There's a lot of humor in the game too. There's some really funny parts that'll make you laugh. There's some serious parts. There's some sad parts.
I need to find a technical support Greta to update my U-chip firmware.
It had all the great parts of a story. You can't have everything all depressing and bad. Can't have everything all funny. You have to have a little mixture of everything to make a good story, and that's what this game does include. I love the graphics, I love the music, and the story was just really good. And it's a game I definitely think you guys should play and experience for yourselves. Like I said, I had an absolute blast with it. If you go through and just try to figure stuff out on your own, you'll probably beat it between 8 to 12 hours. Just depends on your own problem solving skills. And I recommend don't use a guide or anything. Try to figure out these puzzles for yourself, as it's much more satisfying that way when you figure them out. There is a hint system in the menu though that you can toggle on or off at the beginning when you start, and you can use those hints to help try to figure out puzzles if you have difficulty with them. But like I said, it's just much more enjoyable to be able to figure out the game on your own. But I hope you guys enjoyed this final look here at Beyond a Steel Sky. Absolutely a wonderful title that I highly recommend you guys check out and play. Hope you guys enjoyed that look at Beyond a Steel Sky. I had an absolute blast with it. I beat it twice. The first time was a little over 11 hours, and the second time was a little bit over 6 hours. And like I had mentioned in my gameplay clip of it, I suggest you guys take the time to figure out all the puzzles and solutions on your own. It's much more satisfying. The story is better without having a guide, as you'll enjoy the game a lot more like I did. And the only time I used a little guide was the second time I played through, and that was only for finding some of the collectibles for the achievements, which I did get all the achievements, and I got 1,000 points on it. Very enjoyable game. Really had a lot of fun playing it. Highly recommend you guys check out Beyond the Steel Sky. If you guys have played it before, let me know your guys' thoughts on it. Let me know what games you guys have been playing lately, and if you have any suggestions on titles you guys think I should check out, let me know, as you guys always do. Suggest really fun games. I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care. You guys have an amazing day, and Sleepy will see ya next time.